wearing my hat?
This is our hat.
No, I paid a lot of money for that hat.
Today it's
I think
our hat.
that hat's one of the most expensive pieces of clothing I have.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
You
For like
spend-
what it is.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean like...
For a hat, that's quite expensive. But also...
How much is it?
It was $80.
Yeah, but it's Redbull.
Yeah. Well, it's a racing hat.
Does it make you go faster when you walk?
Yeah. Makes me feel really cool.
That's why you pay the extra $40.
That's why I pay it. So I can walk around.
You have tons of expensive clothing. What are you talking about?
Well, I think I just don't take hats seriously for some reason. Like when I look at a hat and someone says that's $50, I'm like, no. But then again, I saw that hat and they said $80 and I was willing to pay that much money for that hat.
I think I get so many free hats through work.
Yeah, you have
every
so
event
many hats.
I have so many. Like, well, this summer I came home and I was like, I got another one. Mm-hmm. There's from like all the different productions and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't buy hats. Same with jackets, because definitely for winter events, pretty much every winter event we get a jacket.
You have so many jackets.
I have so many jackets
and hats.
and I have
and yet
those
you're
big
mine.
jackets. Well, you wear mine. We share.
We share.
We're sharing.
We share.
And this is a very nice hat. I
love that hat.
I do still think it kind of looks funny on me, but that's okay. You
well,
like it?
I thought it looked funny on me just because of the point. It's weird. It's weirdly shaped. It's very uniquely shaped.
One thing
with the tip
I know,
going up.
and I think it's just because I don't usually wear hats like that. That
I've never seen a hat like that besides this hat.
I have, and I've never really been drawn to them. But it also feels comfortable on my head.
Yeah, it's really soft.
Yeah,
it's cute.
It's $80. Should be very soft.
Well, no, because then they also had a lot of other ones.
Yeah.
We
should have got the cowboy hat, the straw.
My dad thought we bought it. He was upset when I came home, and he's like, "Where's the other hat?" And I was like,
"If we go back
to
Melbourne and it's there, we'll get it. Or get something similar."
Yeah.
Yeah. It was funny. I remember when we were in that store, we were talking to the guy about Canada.
Yeah.
And we were telling him how big it is and everything, and he was very like, yeah.
He wanted to go to Banff, didn't he? Everyone in Australia wants to go to Banff. And then you go to Banff and you realize it's filled with Australians.
Well, every ski resort, that's like their thing, is they come here and they go to ski resorts. Yeah. That'd be kind of like not disheartening, but disappointing if you traveled from somewhere in the world to go to Canada and specifically to ski, and you go to some ski resort and maybe you get like lessons or something, and you're like, oh, I'm going to get lessons from this authentic Canadian skier. You show up and it's some Aussie dude. That would be quite disappointing, actually.
Yeah.
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 Nothing against Aussies, but usually when you go to a place, you want to experience the culture of that place.
Australian.
But the problem is Canada doesn't really have a culture, so we just import Australians for our culture. I hate
that when people are like, "What's Canadian culture?" People say poutine. I don't know why. It kind of pisses me off. I'm just like, is that all we are?
What else do we have?
We have Rush.
We have what?
Rush, the rock band. Love Rush.
That's so... Yeah, but we don't really have a...
What else do we have?
Isn't
Howie Canadian?
Howie
We have Ryan Reynolds.
That's not culture. That's famous people.
It's kind of culture.
So is Drake. So is Justin Bieber. No?
I don't like him.
Oh, okay. So he's not part of the culture because Lauren doesn't like him.
I just like him.
But Canada doesn't have a culture.
Yeah.
Canadian culture is, I guess there's like indigenous culture, which would be, but besides that, there's no modern Canadian culture. It's just a melting pot of whoever. It just depends on which part of the city you're in.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But back to F1, of like things to talk about. That's one of the things I had a long conversation with Connor about it at work one day, because we were talking about marketing stuff and how different companies do just like different strategies and stuff. And when we were in Melbourne, and it was after the race. We were there, I think, 2 weeks after the race.
Yeah.
The amount of advertising F1 does is crazy.
It's everywhere.
They took over downtown Melbourne after the race. Like, the race wasn't even there anymore, and it was on buses. There was that one tram that was just completely covered in F1 Lego.
Yeah.
Remember that? And Charles Leclerc, his face was all over downtown.
Lewis Hamilton was everywhere too, because that was the Melbourne face of Lululemon.
Oh, right. And Piastri, because Piastri's Australian.
Yeah. So I think it's because they don't just do their own advertising, but they get their guys in things like Lululemon or different apparel brands. Yeah. Like.
Oh, you mean the drivers?
The drivers.
Well, like I think the drivers all have personal sponsorships.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot of it that's probably it's not that it has nothing to do with F1, but it's separate. It's not F1
but they probably
doing the
plan that
advertising.
those go up around that time because Lululemon's going to benefit from F1 fans buying stuff at their stores.
It's one of those I really don't understand. I do understand. I understand, but I don't understand where the money comes from for F1 because it's insane. It's so definitely because I don't know what the international streaming is like.
Not good. I don't think it's great. We looked up the stats once.
But in comparison to Major League Soccer or something, or I don't know what the other football leagues are called. I don't know. The big ones, the Euro League and stuff. Like, it can't be bigger than that, or like cricket and stuff like that. But, like, there's so much money in it, and the people make so much money. Like, the guys who work on the pit crew, who are the pump jack dudes, they make like $150,000 a year. Who's paying for that?
Well, I think the teams pay for it.
I know, but who's paying for the teams?
Well, whoever owns Audi is. Well they're not a team yet, but
because Redbull, for example, Redbull. The whole point of F1 for Redbull is its marketing.
Yeah.
Obviously, they make money, but the success that you must have as an energy drink company to fund a Redbull, to fund a racing team, it's hard to comprehend how much money you would need to make that happen. And they do it.
They do it.
I don't know. It just kind of blows my mind a little bit. Yeah. And from a production standpoint, the cameras, we looked into that one day too. How many cameras there are.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. They're on every single car. I think there's 8 cameras on every single car. And there's a camera at every single corner. There's almost always a helicopter. There's cable cams. They
must be using drones over helicopters now.
I feel like they use drones. They definitely use drones, but every now and then I'll see like a shot when we're watching one of the races, and it's definitely a helicopter, just because like how fast they'll keep up with the cars, and it's like to do that.
And a drone can't do that.
It's not that a drone can't. A drone. Actually Red Bull did a project where they built a drone that could keep up with a car around the entire track, but that was a special project. That wasn't something that they were saying, this is going to be at every single race now. Each car is going to have a drone that follows it around. It was a feat of engineering that they were able to, you know what I mean? So it wasn't something that they were promoting as this is going to be a new thing now. And you can also just tell, as someone who has flown drones before and seen helicopter shots, you can tell just from the way the shot is and just the way that the camera moves and the speed in which it goes up and slows down and turns and everything. Drones have a pretty specific look that you can kind of tell what is and isn't a drone. But yeah, F1's crazy. But anyways, how you doing?
I'm okay. I'm sleepy today.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about Taylor Swift?
I don't know. I have nothing really to talk about Taylor Swift. I just find her very interesting. Just her business model.
Please elaborate.
Her business.
I just elaborated on F1 for 5 minutes.
Well, I don't know a lot about it. I've not...
About what? F1 or Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan, but from a business perspective, it's very impressive. So I've just been looking at her approach. And it's been interesting, just the amount of comments that she gets on every single thing that she does. So just that alone shows that...
Well, think about the amount of eyes on her.
Yeah.
You can't not...
There's always so many positives, so many negatives, so many people who don't care.
Well, we've been watching The Crown.
Yeah.
And I bet it is harder in terms of... I bet it's harder for Taylor Swift to move around freely around the world than it would be for the Queen.
You think so?
Yeah. Definitely. Not harder from maybe like a safety or a security perspective, but just if...
For privacy kind of thing?
Privacy.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about simply the level of fame, the amount of people who know who you are, the amount of people who want to meet you. Because if the Queen comes to Edmonton, which it happened a while ago, there aren't 10,000 12-year-old girls screaming to get to touch or to get near you, you know. But Taylor Swift, you literally can't move without someone. And I mean, it doesn't just happen with her. It happens with every famous person. There's always like leaks about like where is she staying and like when is she going here and when is she going there, and then people will be like waiting there for you. That would be insane. Mm-hmm. And then try to write music. Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, the point is, I wanted to talk to you. I didn't want to talk to you about it, but it's not that I don't want to talk. It's just, it's Taylor Swift, you know? Yeah. I don't know what I'm trying to say right now, but her album is shit. Let's just say it.
Well, it's not the finest work. It's not the finest work.
No.
But what I find interesting from like a business perspective, and this is what the growing controversy is about, it's not really about the music itself, but the model she's changed in selling it. Because I feel like Taylor Swift makes the most off of merch and vinyls and things like that, as opposed to streaming. Because we were also talking about this the other day, where most musicians streaming you don't make any money.
Yeah.
So what she's done and what people are starting to copy is that she'll release vinyls, but only of 4 songs. So you have to buy...
What a bitch.
So for this one, you have to buy 4 separate vinyls.
Yeah.
Which is so expensive to have the entire album.
Well, we found vinyls when we went to Toys R Us.
Yeah, we went to Toys R Us.
There was Mac Miller. There was Mac Miller vinyls in Toys R Us, which I was
love Toys R Us.
That wasn't really Toys R Us. That was the
HMV. So do you remember HMV?
I know the name, but I forget what it is.
So there was Blockbuster, and then after Blockbuster died, HMV was kind of the new Blockbuster in the sense of that's where you went to buy DVDs and CDs, but they didn't rent them.
It was just so weird that in Toys R Us there was...
I love that Toys R Us bought HMV. I think that's really funny.
Well, I feel like it's a good... Because it's like... If you go in there with
You're buying gifts for people, I think.
You know what it's like? It's like the couch... It's like the couch... in Victoria's Secret where the boyfriends sit while the girlfriend shops, but the dad or whoever can look at random HMV stuff while mom and the kid or the kid goes and looks at toys. Yeah, that's what I feel like it's like. Cause cause like if you're a dad and you're just going to buy your kids something, you just go find what you want. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna look at vinyl records. Yeah. It's a good move.
So that's pretty much what the mass majority and a lot of fans are upset about, because the big fans want to be able to buy the merch and afford it, and to be able to buy the records because those are the cool things and afford it. Yeah. And they just think it's unfair that they have to spend.
It's wildly unfair.
I don't know how much it is, but if it's compared to the HMV price, what was it, $60?
It was $60
so you need to buy 4 of them. You need to buy 4 of them.
Yeah.
To get everything.
But I didn't see any Taylor Swift vinyls. So hers could be cheaper.
I doubt it.
I
doubt it.
I don't really because remember when her she did that thing that was like Taylor's version or whatever. It was like she bought her songs back or something.
No, so that was because she didn't own her music.
Yeah.
So what she did is that she re-recorded all of her songs.
Yeah.
And produced all of them. So she encouraged people to stream things that were Taylor's version. Yeah. And not the other ones, because that went straight to her. But she recently got the rights to her music. So now she owns both. So now fans can listen to whatever they want.
That weirded me out, because I was like, on one hand, because I know the artist industry, specifically with music, is kind of fucked up. Yeah. So on one hand, I was like, yeah, that's awesome. Like, that's what people are doing now. Everyone produces, not everyone, but a lot of people produce their own shit. Yeah. But on the other hand, I was like, if anyone in the music industry doesn't need more money from the sale of her stuff, it's probably Taylor Swift.
She paid a lot of money to get her music back.
She's a billionaire.
Yeah. I don't think that was the point, though. The point was that she didn't own the stuff that she made. I think it was more of a personal thing than a financial thing.
And maybe this is a bad thing. If I got that rich off of, I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
well, you're not someone who cares about that stuff. So if I was that rich and someone owned the rights to my shows, I'd be upset about it.
I guess I would, but I don't think I would make it as big of a deal.
Oh, yeah.
I would just be like, yeah, these are mine now, but I wouldn't be like, everyone go listen and buy mine, because it's just I don't know, it's weird. She, obviously completely outside perspective, who knows what she's actually like, but she does a lot of things that are very like, do you really need more? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think
so much money.
That's where
it's crazy.
People get a little upset.
I saw a video of her showing off her ring, like her wedding ring, and it's a boulder. Like she has a fucking boulder on her wrist, and I'm sure that I forget his name. Kelsey. Travis. I know his last name's Kelsey.
Travis.
I'm sure he can afford it, but it would be so weird. In his position is weird because he's loaded. Like he's an NFL player. Like he has a very successful career.
Well, he bought the ring.
I know. I'm not saying he didn't, but it's almost like if you have someone in your family who's super wealthy and you're trying to find them a Christmas present, and you're like, what do I buy this person? They can buy everything they want, and she can definitely get a better ring than he could ever buy. You know what I mean? So you'd feel like we're watching The Crown. He's Philip. You know what I mean? He is Queen Elizabeth.
He's
is Taylor,
in an orange curtain.
He is King Philip, and he's just kind of.
He's not even a king.
He's not even a king. He's a
duke.
He's a or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I guess that only makes sense to us. The whole thing is, or I guess people, if you've seen The Crown.
If you know anything about the monarchy.
Queen Elizabeth, before she was queen, married Philip, and they didn't realize she was going to become queen. And then when she became queen, like 3 years into their marriage, when they thought it was going to be like 30 years into their marriage, and then Philip essentially just became...
Well, he lost his manhood in his
life. He's like now second to everything that she does. And it's like, I feel like you couldn't be... Like, imagine getting to the point in your life where you are a wildly successful, famous athlete. It's niche, right? Like, if people don't know who football is, you wouldn't know who he was. But now, no matter where you go, it doesn't matter how many football people are there. You're second to Taylor Swift.
I feel like...
That's weird.
He doesn't care about that, though, or else he wouldn't be in that relationship.
I don't think he cares either. But it is weird. It would be weird to be constantly kind of just...
The boyfriend?
He's the boyfriend. Yeah. He's just the boyfriend.
You were my boyfriend on tour. Was that weird?
Very different. No. That was very, very... No offense, but you're not
quite
as big as
but
Taylor
like
Swift.
If you think about it, like just from that perspective, like what's the difference between... you coming on my tour versus like him going on her tour minus like from like an insular
it's
level.
Like it's like that's a good example for anything. It's like going to a party with your boyfriend or going to your boyfriend or girlfriend's friend's party, but that's your life because everyone knows her way more than they know you. I don't know, it just seems odd. But anyway, Taylor Swift's album is shit. And
it's fine.
It's fine, okay. But if you have $1 billion, you better be putting out bangers.
Well, I don't think she's really worried about that.
No, I don't think she is either.
I think she's just making what she wants to make.
That's why I feel like there is two very distinct thought processes on this. And one side is who gives a fuck because she's already, top of the top. But on the other end, it's like you are the inspirational source of how many millions of teenage girls and gay dudes and.
Well, like from that perspective, what is it? You said that sounded like a Disney princess album.
So
from that perspective, young girls love it.
The one with Sabrina Carpenter. What's that one called?
Life of a Showgirl.
That one. That one sounds exactly like it's from a Disney movie.
Kind of all of them sound like that.
Yeah.
Once you said that, because I listened to the album a couple of times now.
Yeah, because that was
very much a chill, uplifting pop vibe.
Patrick's is going to be in every episode. Talk about Patrick a lot. We should get because Patrick. Didn't you say Patrick is very into pop stuff?
What I love about Patrick is that he's so on top of all music,
which is
in culture.
Not what I would expect.
I know he's
a D&D playing doctor.
I know,
and he's like, yeah, I know
much.
all about Lords.
And you know what I would love? I would love because our friend Patrick, he loves Charlie XCX. And she made Taylor Swift has a diss track about Charlie on this album. So I would love just to listen to that song with Patrick and watch Patrick's. He probably would turn it off. He'd be like, no.
This is terrible, yeah.
Because he would jump in front of a car for Charlie. He loves that artist.
It's really funny. She's got some good songs. I get it.
I've never seen a bigger fan of an individual than when Patrick talks about Charlie.
That is quite funny.
And it's really funny because he's also devastated about it.
Because
Charlie XCX's whole thing is like life for the bitches. Like she loves like doing everything like for women, like supporting women. Mm-hmm. Patrick's just like a straight guy.
Patrick he's a doctor. He loves golf. He plays like he's a gamer. He is the most non-Charlie XCX guy.
But like his dream would be like if Charlie XCX like called him a bitch in a positive way. You know, it's like, oh, look at this bitch. Patrick would die. It would like be his dream. Yeah. But it's probably not in the cards. If they met.
Yeah.
I would love to make that happen for Patrick.
If you get Charlie XCX contact, we will make sure that we'll hook up a meet and greet with Patrick. But yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen an individual so passionate about an artist.
It's a passionate guy.
It's pretty endearing.
He's a passionate guy.
Yeah. Oh. But yeah. Yeah.
What else?
Well, did you hear the other thing that she did for this? Is that she made it a movie.
Back on Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
She made a movie?
Like, advertising-wise, what she's done for this album is pretty wild. She made a movie that people could like buy tickets to. I think it went up last night. Because the music video that just dropped, it was a features behind the scenes of how she wrote, directed, and starred in this music video. And then you went through the entire album, and before each song played, she like explained what each song meant to her and why she wrote it. And then it went up in cinemas everywhere, and it made more money than all of the feature films currently running. And
you got to think of the fan base.
Yeah,
you got to think of. Wild? She legitimately is she's a cult leader. She's the biggest cult leader in the world. She really is. She has millions and millions and millions of unwavering fans that will do whatever the fuck she says, because I don't really know why, but for some reason she's the chosen one of God. And when it comes, she's like Michael Jackson in the sense of.
Was Michael Jackson that big?
I
know that he was big, but I was so little.
I think Taylor Swift is probably one of the only, and I'm not the most versed person in this world, but I think Taylor Swift is probably one of the only people who was even close to be comparable to how big Michael Jackson was. I was also very young, and I'd never really, but because he was as big as Taylor Swift, if not bigger, when there wasn't as much competition in terms of, like, think about how many massive artists there are today to pay attention to. So he was the same size with way less competition. So it's like the amount of people who liked him might have been the same, but there wasn't as much distraction to go listen to other artists because he was kind of the creator of his genre. So yeah. So like they were both cult leaders in that sense of like they created a culture around themselves and their music, And there is a specific group of human beings that will do anything just to get close to that person. Mm-hmm. Which would be kind of scary.
Oh, yeah. I would not love that.
You're on your own for a second.
Yeah. I don't think I would ever want that.
No, that would suck.
You wouldn't be able to do anything or go anywhere or have any kind of lifey life. Which would not be ideal, I would think, in my personal opinion.
Thank you for elaborating on that topic for us.
Well, you ran away to fix the camera.
I know, that's why we have to get new cameras.
How, like, before this started, I wanted to watch the music video, and then I told you I didn't want to talk about Taylor Swift, and now we're talking about
Taylor Swift. It is a very, some of her songs are alright. Yeah. I'm not, like we said in the car, like, Shake It Off, that song.
It's a bop.
Is undeniably wildly catchy, whether you like Taylor Swift or not. But I have always been fascinated by anyone in any industry who just rises up, because it's, how do you do that? How do you rise above? Because she's not that, like, as an artist, like, as a singer, and it's not like she's not Adele. She's not a singer. I love Adele. Yeah, like if there's so many people that you can think of that are better skill-wise. Not that she's bad, but I just mean, like, there's Adele, there's Celine Dion, there's Bruno Mars is also massive, but he's like a insane musician and singer and everything. But it's just like, for some reason, Taylor Swift she just kind of won. I don't know why.
Was she the first person to win American Idol?
No idea. Couldn't tell you.
Because I know that's how she got her start, was on one of those.
Was it?
Contests. Yeah.
Really?
That's how she got discovered.
Oh.
I'm curious.
I know Justin Bieber got discovered on YouTube. Yeah.
Because I know Kelly Clarkson got discovered on one of those.
Really?
Yeah. Same with Taylor Swift. And then besides that, I don't think any really big person still around was from something like American Idol, but I know those two. And then the guy, who covers for Queen now. The guy who sounds exactly like the singer of Queen who passed away.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe this guy, like, took his spot?
No, he didn't take his spot, but Queen did a tour after... What's that singer's name from Queen who passed away?
Freddie Mercury?
Yeah, Freddie Mercury. After he passed away...
Wait, whenever, is that?
Yeah, that's correct. But whenever... I think it's Adam something. It's not Adam Levine, but it's Adam...
Sandler?
No. There's so many Adams.
Queen. There are a lot of Adams. Queen. Not Elizabeth. I don't know. I'm like 98% sure it's Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury.
Look up the...
Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
Is it good?
I enjoyed it.
I haven't seen it.
The only thing that I dislike about it is that he publicly stated he never wanted anything to be made about him.
And they were like, but we can make a lot of money.
And then I just really disrespect the fact they went against that.
Yeah, but...
That really pisses me off.
When you become that... You're a product. And most of the time, you don't own yourself.
That's so sad.
That's the fucking... But, like, the art... Not that I agree. That's really fucked up. But the argument against it is the only reason he's probably as big as he was is because he had a X amount of people on some marketing team and production studios and blah blah blah, that like he's not the one that got himself to that fame. Like, obviously he was the key factor in making fucking incredible music. But just think about producing your shows. Think about how fucking hard it is. Like, he didn't produce that shit, you know, and nor should he or anyone of that, because it's not your job. But, you know.
Yeah. Are you looking up?
I don't know. You were about to tell me to look something up.
Yeah, look up the singer who sounds like Freddie Mercury, who tours with
Freddie. That's not how you spell Freddie Mercury.
I know it's Adam something.
Would it be like stand-in?
Yeah.
Stand-in. There isn't a single stand-in for Freddie Mercury, rather two primary vocalists who have performed with the Queen after, or with Queen after his death: Paul Rodgers and Adam Lambert.
There we go. Adam Lambert.
Wait, like Adam Lambert? Like,
yeah.
Isn't that the? I don't like him.
You don't like Adam Lambert?
Let's see. Let's make sure I'm looking.
You're probably thinking about Adam Levine.
That's who I'm thinking about. Very different man.
Yeah. But he sounds like Freddie Mercury. It's pretty wild. And he was discovered on, like, American Idol or one of those shows. Look up how many famous people, like, successfully went on after American Idol. I'm curious.
So most famous American Idol?
Yeah.
American Idol.
Or any, like, singing contest winners.
Most famous American Idol contest. So Kelly Clarkson, Chris Daughtry, Carrie Underwood, Jordan Sparks.
Carrie Underwood?
Yeah, Carrie Underwood. Philip Phillips. It's an unfortunate. That's kind of a cool name, actually. I don't really know.
Not Taylor Swift?
Was she? Well, maybe she was like AGT, America's Got Talent or something. I'm terrible at famous people, though. I know people's faces, not names. So I don't really recognize many of these. Most famous AGT contestants. Grace Vandervaal. Did you hear about this chick?
No.
She was on it when she was like 12, and everyone thought she was going to be the next Taylor Swift. Obviously not, because you don't know who she is.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Skinner. That's really the only one.
Look up what show Taylor Swift was on. I don't know why, but I swore she was on.
Are you sure? I thought she was just like, I thought she just kind of was discovered in 2005 by record executive Scott Borchetta at Bluebird Cafe in Nashville, where she impressed him with her songwriting and stage presence at a performer showcase. From Big Machine Records launching her career with her 2006 debut album, which was what? Interest in country music was sparked at age 11 watching a documentary about Faith Hill.
Why did I think she was from the show?
She was so young.
She was tiny.
That's crazy. So
she was itty-bitty.
Her whole life has been... I just remember... You're the reason for the teardrops.
Now my guitar.
That song. And what was the other one that was really big when she was in country?
Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet. That's the one with the music video where they're like looking in the windows across from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Crazy.
I don't know.
Taylor Swift Museum? Is this real?
It looks like a website.
That's so weird. Fearless. These are all her albums. 1989. 1989 was the big one, right? That one and Red. I remember Red was like really big. Lover. That's a good song. The Lover song. You know that song?
Which one was that one?
I don't remember how it goes, but it's a good song.
I haven't listened to most of her music.
Kind of looks like a dude in that picture. Folklore. Speak Now. Fearless. You Belong With Me.
That's
Love
a good
Story.
song.
She made some bangers.
She has some bangers.
Her country... I wonder why. Because her country music was it was so good. Like, her country music was... I wonder how much of that was her decision. And how much of that was... Because you never know.
You never know.
And how much of that was... Charlie Borchetta or whoever the fuck that was that found her said like, hey, you're really good at country, but there's a lot of 12-year-old girls out there that really like pop music. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder how much of that was a board meeting in a production studio office of them going, there's a much bigger market and it's really easy to write pop songs.
You think so?
You know? Well, because I mean, if you're... Most artists, you pick a lane and you stay in that lane
She's been all over the place, though.
I know. It's very rare to have an artist that's that successful in multiple genres. Like, the only one I can think of other than that is, and I'm sure there's more. Again, I'm not the best at remembering famous people and artists, but like Post Malone, for example, he started making country music, and his country music did very well. I can't think of anyone else.
Beyonce's last album was considered a country album.
Beyonce is a good example of, it's just Beyonce. It could have been dog shit. She's still selling. You know what I mean?
That was
like,
a good album.
I know. I'm just saying, like, it's a similar example to Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Of where that's what kind of makes me curious about it, is how much of that was Taylor Swift being like, I love pop music, I want to be a pop artist, versus how much of that was a bunch of people in an office going, you're going to sell no matter what genre you do, and there's a way bigger market if you go here. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because country music is it's very niche. It's American. There's not very many places that listen, but pop is global. Mm-hmm. So it's just, you know, because that when you're that big and you're making those kind of decisions, it's not a decision of, do you think this will work? It's like, here we make this much profit, here we make this much profit, because you become a product. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's crazy. Like, imagine if someone came to you and said, hey, your show's good, but if you do mime, there's a way bigger. There's
so many people tell me stuff like that. There's not a way.
I know, but when you're already at the level of, like, you can go anywhere and you're going to sell out, mm-hmm. It's simply, when it comes down to, like, money and business point of views, it's just, where's the most money, you know? Mm-hmm. And it's a bunch of dudes probably in their 50s convincing a 20-year-old girl what she should do. And that's mm-hmm. got to be very, like, influential, you know? Yeah. Yeah. I wonder.
I hope not.
I hope not too. But it'd be interesting when she's 70 years old if someone interviews her and was like, what? Like, why did you switch? Because that was huge. I remember that when that happened. I didn't pay attention to Taylor Swift at all, but you couldn't not know. If you had any connection to the radio or music, everyone knew that Taylor Swift was now a pop artist. And that was huge. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the point is, she dropped the ball on the last album, the one that was just released. What was it called?
Life of a Showgirl.
Life of a Showgirl. Life of a Showgirl, the Disney album.
It Disney does sound Princess, like a Disney Tales album. Of Daisies,
the Fate of Ophelia music video after premiering it at Life of a Showgirl movie event.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was telling you about.
Sells 2.7 million copies on her first day. First of all, who's buying music right now? Who does that? Like, who? Who buys?
I think it's because of the vinyls things that she does.
Rocks box office with 33 million. What people are saying. Taylor Swift uses AI in her new promotional material.
How can you tell?
I don't know. I don't want to look into it that much. The Fate of Ophelia music video. Oh, that's the one you really wanted to watch.
I want to watch it.
We'll watch that after. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like F1. It's crazy. It doesn't matter how into it you are. Mm-hmm. It's just fascinating, the production value and the amount of money and effort that goes into it. Yeah. Is like, it's insane. Life of Showgirl is a pop and soft rock album with retro influences. Retro, that's a really good way of saying we didn't want to put that much effort into it, so we made it retro. Yeah, that's what retro means. Retro is a very good marketing term for, we're just going to make it look like all the shit that used to be around, and then we don't have to put much effort into it. You know what I mean? Because retro is just shit that has already come and gone. You're not making anything new. That's why. Remember when we were in Melbourne looking through that store, that retro thrift shop type store?
No.
it was like upstairs and there was mirrors around the staircase. I went up there and I was getting annoyed. And I was like, I hate those places specifically because it's like every now and then you find stuff where it's like, okay, this person actually puts effort into finding like really old cool jackets. Like maybe it's old like Harley Davidson or old like Levi's jean jackets. But sometimes you go into those places and it's like, this is just a t-shirt that they probably found in their grandpa's closet, and they're like, I bet I could sell this for $90. And that annoys me. Because that's what I feel like retro is, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what Taylor Swift's album is.
Retro.
Shit.
You've only listened to 2 songs on it.
That's all I need to. You said that was the most...
Well, those are the 2 people are talking about. There's the one with Sabrina Carpenter, and then Life of Ophelia, and then the Charlie XCX.
I am very bad at not listening to albums. I will listen to one song, and if I like the song, cool. If I don't, even if I like the song, I usually don't listen to the other songs. I'm just like, yeah, this is a good song.
The one review that I will say, because I have like kept up on the reviews of it, because it's very interesting. She's gotten a lot of 2 out of 5 stars from The Guardian, The Telegraph, all those things.
Ouch.
And they're all mainly from male reviewers.
Which is one thing. Does it matter?
A little bit, sometimes. But also, reviewers are weird because it's honestly just one person's opinion.
Yeah, I don't think reviewers are stupid. That's like
it's just one person's often, opinion.
Like what's that public movie review thing?
Rotten Tomatoes.
That's the one that's public, right? That's not a reviewer. That's like the public reviewing things. There's so many situations. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but there's a movie that gets reviewed like shit from movie critics, and then on Rotten Tomato it gets like 98.
Yeah.
And it's like because the movie critics were like, oh, it wasn't profound enough, and then a bunch of dudes are like, yeah, but that was a really cool car chase, and they give, you know what I mean? Like there's so many things like that where it's like.
But this album's having a lot of reviews like that.
I both sympathize with her, and I also think like you have.
Oh, I'm sure she doesn't care.
I'm sure she doesn't. I hope she does, because, you know, like the amount of people spending money on your stuff, you want to put out the best thing you can. But yeah, I don't know. It would be hard to care. And you do have to think about the fact that most of her stuff is about dudes, and she can't really write about that anymore. Well,
that's what a lot of people are saying too. They're like, oh, this is an album where she's happy.
Her whole genre is about talking about this guy sucked. Which at some point, you gotta look at yourself and go, why are all my relationships not working? And I'm the common denominator. But now she doesn't have that. Well, if somebody gets divorced 5 times, no, you gotta. Queen and Philip, it would be hard to date Taylor Swift. It would be very hard to date. But you gotta, you know.
And then guess what? You know the actor who plays Philip?
Did he date Taylor Swift? Really?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Oh, I forget. But they went out for a couple months.
So that's probably why he got cast. He's like, you know who's really good at being second place? This guy.
That's so funny. I just remembered that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they dated for a bit.
I'm sure that, like, imagine if, because she probably goes into almost every album that she's done prior to Travis. It's Travis.
Kelsey.
But he has a brother too.
Jason.
Which one is she with?
Travis.
You gotta imagine that
they have a good podcast.
Every Travis and Jason.
Yeah, it's quite funny.
You gotta imagine, like, if you were, as an artist, you go into every single thing, whatever you make, hers is music, whatever. Like, I know that maybe not all, but the vast majority of this album is gonna be about this dickhead or this guy I don't like or whatever. And then she goes into this one and goes like, I don't really have that. Well, even like her song about Charlie XCX that we listened to, that was just an ex-boyfriend diss track.
Yeah.
That she just pointed at. So like you gotta wonder, like, is her music that good, or is it really, really easy to get a lot of 12-year-old girls on your side about a breakup? You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's like Fast and Furious. Are they that good? They're not that good of movies. They're pretty fucking cheesy. They got a lot of weird shit in them, but dudes just like car chases and explosions. It's a marketing game, you know? Mm-hmm. It's a big, I don't know. It'd be wild to sit her down and be like, write an album. You can't diss anybody. And see what happens. I'm a lot more passionate about Taylor Swift than I thought I was.
But what was the song that you liked by her that you just said?
There's a lot of songs I like by her.
No, because I'm trying to think. No, the country one. This? So I don't think Romeo and Juliet is a diss track, and that's a good one.
I don't remember if that one's a diss track. No, there's songs I genuinely like.
No, Lover but is a now good song. I'm like curious if like the earlier stuff.
If there's anything.
Or did they become diss tracks when she like transitioned into pop?
But even like Teardrops on My Guitar was an early one. Mm-hmm. Romeo and Juliet. It's obvious about a dude. Literally called Romeo and Juliet. Like.
But that's an uplifting one. She has
such a specific genre. It's a genre within a genre. It's pop music, and within the genre of pop music, it's I'm gonna talk shit about this dude, but I'm not gonna make it clear about who I'm talking about. Like most of her songs follow that formula. Mm-hmm. So it's just interesting to see that now that she doesn't necessarily have access to that formula, the album flopped. And I'm not trying to... It might be a coincidence, but...
Only time will tell.
Maybe Taylor Swift is only good at music if there's shitty dudes around.
It's like Billy Joel.
I didn't know that about Billy Joel, but you said that as soon as he found love, he sucked. Yeah. Which I didn't realize. I thought he was always good. But I also don't really know much about him.
What was the thing where all of his albums were really good lyrically and they told beautiful stories, and then he fell in love with a supermodel. Like his wife, sexy. Like one of the most beautiful women ever, and everyone's like, how did Billy Joel? But I don't... Is
he not a good looking dude?
I don't know. But the whole thing was like, oh my gosh, Billy Joel is now with this supermodel. And then as soon as that happened, the album he released right afterwards was not good.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mismatch. Yeah, he really... Yeah, I think the music and money definitely did some pull on that. Well, maybe not. That's the thing, though. I bet there's lots of situations like this where, like... I'm sure he's a great guy, but his wife is obviously much more attractive than him.
She's a supermodel.
And the money and the music might have just been the reason they got introduced, and maybe they genuinely did fall in love.
I hope so. They've been together for a long time.
But you can't not look at that and go, maybe he's really funny.
Well, he's an incredible artist. Well,
oh, fucking amazing. I didn't know that he had a drop off. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. It was a big thing.
Anyways.
There's a reason why you don't hear about Billy Joel anymore.
Well, I thought it was just because he was old and retired.
No.
How old is Billy Joel?
I don't know.
I thought he was dead. Billy Joel, age. Oh, he's not that old.
No, he's 76.
Did you know he was diagnosed with normal pressure hydrocephalus?
I don't even know what that is.
Well, now you do.
I don't know what that is. You just said a label.
It's NPH. You don't know what NPH... A brain disorder characterized by excess cerebrospinal fluid in the brain that can cause problems with balance, mobility, and cognitive function. So maybe he just isn't as good anymore with the piano because his fingers are going all over the place. Yeah. That was like... who's that actor? Bald dude. He's in Red. Really? How am I fucking forgetting his name? I love this guy.
I see his face.
Fucking... Is it Bill? Something?
Maybe Google it.
Watch this. I'm gonna put in bald action actor, and he's gonna come up. First one's gonna be Jason Statham. Bruce Willis. Third choice. He doesn't even know who he is anymore.
Really?
Yeah. I forget what he has. But I'm pretty sure it is a type of dementia.
That's sad.
And he like doesn't even know who he is anymore. And I remember there was a big thing. Frontotemporal dementia. Mm-hmm. I didn't need the frontotemporal part. Because I remember there's a big thing about him selling his likeness as like AI.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I can't. Like, I don't know if it was him or his family or whoever manages him was like, this guy's like, he can't act anymore. Like, he's too gone. And there's a whole, I don't remember what the result was, but it was something about him selling his likeness to AI because he was becoming so far gone that he couldn't do his job. So it was like a way to get him and his family income. Yeah.
That's sad.
Bruce Willis is reportedly no longer able to speak or read and is experiencing difficulty walking as he continues to live with frontotemporal dementia.
Oh,
that's really shitty.
Yeah.
I love Bruce Willis. He's one of my favorite actors. Should we wrap it up?
That's kind of sad note to wrap it up on.
Taylor Swift sucks. Bruce Willis. No, Taylor Swift doesn't.
Aggressive.
Taylor Swift doesn't suck. Taylor Swift is fucking amazing. She is genuinely amazing. Look at what she's done.
Yeah.
She's genuinely amazing. But when you're that big, you're going to get criticized by the world.
And you could make your music a little bit more affordable.
You can make your music. You don't need to put four songs on a vinyl. We have better technology than that. But at the same time, you got to. She's probably not making these decisions.
She is.
Well, then fuck you, Taylor.
She's very, and that's where she gets the most. Billie Eilish has spoken up about it quite a bit because it pissed off Billie Eilish.
I like Billie Eilish.
I think Billie Eilish.
I don't know much
really
about her, but she seems like she's got good vibes.
She seems so cool. But on the last one, Billie like made a comment on it, being like, "Do you really need 7 vinyls for one album?
Do you really need to make another album? Just if I was Taylor Swift and I had that, I'd be like, I'm gonna make this. I'm just gonna give it away. She's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Like, why do you need? What is?
Could you imagine if she donated all the funds to one charity off of like an album sale? That'd be crazy.
Yeah, and I remember there was things, 2.1 billion, and these things are never accurate. No. But just the fact, and there's a big thing about her giving a lot of money to like her tour bus drivers and like all these kind of things, and I'm like, so like that's like Walmart paying their employees. Like, yeah, she should.
And I think like Google, I'm curious. I think it was $250 million. That's how much she paid to get her music back. Google how much she paid to get her music rights back.
Did Taylor Swift
pay
to get her music back?
That's like ridiculous.
$360 million.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
And she's probably made at least $361 million off of it since she I don't know how much she makes per year, but that's the one thing. Like I am not at all like a rich person hater, but like there's some point you just gotta be like, just start giving shit away. Like you don't need more money. Like what are you doing? What are you doing with it? The thing is, like Taylor Swift is an empire. Like the amount of people that make money off Taylor Swift. So if she just decided to stop, that's where I understand it. Is that like it's not like she's the only one making that money. It's like when it's whatever it was, 2.1 billion. It's not like she has 2.1 billion in the bank. That's just like her value. That's her value across everything that is owned under her name. But it's crazy. 2.1 billion. Look how many zeros that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros.
Pretty wild.
Just to get her music back. Just to get it all back and just put out shitty music. No, it's not that bad. But as we were saying in the car, it's not that it's that bad. It's just that when you're Taylor Swift, you're just held to that standard.
Well, when you produce really good bops and then you create an album
really good bop
that doesn't have a really good bop, you're kind of just bummed out.
Nothing good.
Because you were looking forward to a good bop.
You know what's better than Taylor Swift's music? Get Swifty by Rick and Morty. It's Get Swifty, right?
Gonna get Swifty
Get Swifty.
here.
That was a really good episode.
We're gonna get
all right, I think
here.
we the camera's gonna.
I'm Mr. Bulldog.
No, that was the president deciding what his name was.
No, that was him.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he said I'm Mr. Bulldog. That's the name he came up. That was Rick's stage name for himself was Mr. Bulldogs.
I wish the creators of Rick and Morty got Taylor Swift's money. Part of it. I'm really hating on Taylor Swift. But when you're that big, that's what you get. That's part of the deal.
That's part of the deal?
Yeah. Yeah, that's part of the deal. You can't, if you're that rich, you can't complain about people ripping on you a little bit.
She's fine.
She's fine. She doesn't give
fine.
You think if she heard what I said, she'd probably like spit on money and throw it at me and laugh. You know, I'd be like, this peasant. Like, she doesn't care what I say, you know? But that's why it's fun. Anyways, this is what we do now. My knees!